Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. And in this video, so guys, in this video today we are going to learn the next step for AZ104. And in this, the first topic is create resource groups, and the very important from the point of view of examination AZ900 as well as 104, that is consideration. Okay, consideration means what? How you can use, how you can apply resource group. Okay, and apart from that, what we are going to see, like create Azure resource group manager logs. So these are very important. I'm sure there will be three questions from these topics, one from log and two from this consideration. So you will understand what do you mean by consideration I'm talking about right now here. Okay, so guys, first of all we will learn about create resource groups. Okay, so here you should make a note. Once again I'm telling, take pen and paper and note down things. So guys, resources can be deployed to any new or existing resource group. So you should pay attention. One thing is here resource group, and the second one is resource. So resources can be created or can be deployed. Okay, so we are deploying resources like VM, uh, and where we are deploying it to either new or existing resource group. So for example, this is a group 1 2, already we are adding 3. Okay, so one thing very simple, and deployment of resources to a resource group becomes a job where you can track the template execution. So basically it is a job. Okay, deployment is a job, or deployment of resources to resource group becomes a job where you can track the template execution. So we can say whether it is created or not. Apart from this, if if that deployment is failed, the output of the job can describe why that deployment failed, what is the reason behind it. Okay, so apart from this, whether the deployment is a single resource to a group or a template to a group, you can use the information to fix any error and redeploy it. So these are the advantages of using resource group. So what is happening here, you got in a problem. Okay, your deployment got failed. Now you want to find out what is the reason. So this can help you to fix that error or whatever situation is there. Okay, apart from this, deployments are incremental. If a resource group contains two web apps and you decide to deploy a third, the existing web app will not be removed. Okay, for example, this is your resource group, that is what I was talking about. 1 and 2 is already there. If you want 3 and 4, you can add. This is what I'm talking about. That is what mentioned here as incremental. It is incremental. Deployments are incremental. Apart from this, guys, now let's see, we'll learn about considerations. Okay, very important. So as of now you cannot see anything here which is important, but I will tell you. So guys, resource groups are at their simplest a logical collection of resources. Yes, what do you mean by resource group? It is nothing but it is a collection of multiple logical, it is a logical collection of resources. Basically, there will be multiple resources in this. Very simple. And there are few rules for resource groups. So this is what I was talking about. Important part of this. So resource group is nothing but it is a logical collection of multiple resources. Very simple. And now let's see. Resources can only exist in one resource group. This is very important. Even this will come in examination is at 900. Okay guys, so you should make a note. Resources can only exist in one resource group. Apart from this, resource group cannot be renamed. For example, you gave XYZ initially, so it will remain XYZ only. And resource groups can have resources of many different type services basically. So uh, many type services you can put inside this resource group. For example, you have this resource group, you can create VM, you can use database and all, and storage accounts you can create inside your resource group now, or you can use multiple services also. Apart from this, resource group can have resources from many different reasons. Okay, so guys, whatever I can remember, I had two questions from this topic in AZ 900 examination, this and this. Okay, that is why I'm telling you it is very important and you should make a note. So it was a question, yes, true or false. Resource group can have resources from many different reasons. Okay, so I had to give yes or no. So make a note of this. And this is what considerations we have to take care and we have to follow. So these two are very important. And apart from this, now we will learn about creating resource groups. Okay, so guys, there are some important factors to consider when defining your resource group. So let's see. So the very first one is like all the resources in your group should share the same life cycle. First thing. The next one is you deploy, update, and delete them together. So you can delete, you can update, okay, and you can deploy together. If one resource such as database server needs to exist on a different deployment cycle, it should be in another resource group. So you can create multiple resource group, but if you have a resource in a group, it should remain here only. Okay, it cannot be here and there, like this is one more resource group. So you cannot create one resource in two group, very simple, but you can have multiple resource groups. Okay, you can create multiple resource group in a region. And apart from this is a graphic interface. If you want to create resource group, you have to log into Azure portal. Okay, and here go to this one option, resource group, and then you need to give add. Okay, and the rest of thing you will have to follow whatever is coming there, information you need to provide like name and all. So you have to follow the next step, but this is basic. You can go to resource group and from there you need to add it. So guys, this is what I just want to discuss with you. Apart from this, each resource can only exist in one resource group. Okay, make a note of this. So each resource can only exist in one resource group. Very simple. Next one, you can add or remove a resource to a resource group at any time. Whenever you want, you can add or remove resource to a resource group. Apart from this, you can move a resource from one resource group to another. Yes, moving is possible, but you cannot keep same resource in two resource group. Okay, for example, VM1 is here, so you will keep it here only. For example, this is resource group 1, RG1. So this will remain here only. You cannot keep it at two resource group or on two resource group. VM1 cannot be here at the same time. You can move from here, that is possible. Apart from this, a resource group can contain resources that reside in different region. Okay, you can have resources from different regions. Okay, and a resource group can be used to scope access control for administrative action. Yes, we can have access control also. Okay, now a resource can interact with resources in other resource group. They can communicate. This interaction is common when the two resources are related but do not share the name lifecycle. For example, web app connecting to database. So you should make a note of this much only, like resources can interact with resources in other resource group. This interaction is common when two resources are related but do not share the name lifecycle. They can communicate, they can interact, that much is sufficient. The resource can interact with resources in other resource group. That is possible. Okay, so it is very important, guys. You should make a note of this point, these points. Leave this one. This is not important that much. Okay, but if you are appearing for I mean AZ 900 or AZ 104, definitely there will be couple of questions from here. Okay, so I'm moving a little further down. So guys, when creating a resource group, you need to provide a location for that resource group. Okay, and you may be wondering like why does a resource group need a location? Yes, I'm telling you, you need a location. So you will ask question, why we need a location? And if the resource can have different locations, then the resource group, why does the resource group location matter at all? Very simple. The resource group stores data meta about the resources, and apart from this, therefore, when you specify a location for the resource group, you are specifying where that data meta is stored. Okay, because whatever information you are keeping inside that resource group, it will create a data meta for that. Then only it will contain that information. Yes, this much information is inside me. So location is what, where you are keeping that data meta or storing. Very simple. Okay, and apart from this, guys, for compliance reasons, you may need to ensure that your data is stored in a particular region. Okay, and you can see like if you want to create logs, now we will learn about logs. So guys, I hope it is very clear, very simple language I used to speak with you and discussed. And make a note. I'm sure you will realize this what I'm talking about right now when you are appearing in the examination. Rest of is up to you. So guys, now we'll see about creating resource manager logs. Okay, resource manager logs. So guys, a common concern with resource provision in Azure is the ease with which they can be deleted. Okay, and can be deleted. You should pay attention at this. And an over jealous or careless administrator can accidentally erase and months of work with a few steps. So see, situation is like you have you have worked very hard to accomplish something. Okay, you did something, you worked on something which is very important, and you gave your heart and soul. But there is a fellow in your team, there is a IT guy who is just like, oh wow, it's okay kind of thing, and he is very careless, and he is a jealous guy with you. He does jealous with you, so he's not happy with your performance and whatever you are doing. So what he can do in that condition, in that situation, he can delete your data. Okay, so to avoid that, Azure provides Azure Resource Manager logs. Very simple. I hope you understood. It is not a very fancy thing. Okay, to understand log, why we are applying to protect our information data. Okay, very simple. Simple language. So guys, if you want to apply it, this is, you can see like very simple snap I have taken here. So you can go to this is your network resource group. Okay, for example, network resource group we have created, and now if you want to log here, so simply you can go and search. You can see here you gave name here. Okay, or for example this is resource group you created, and you created log, this name you gave resource group, and now you want to add. So you can see here, uh, you can find log. Okay, you can search, you can see here logs, and then add it, and it will ask you network log name you need to give, and type you have to give like read only or delete. So there are two type of log basically, one is read only and delete, and if you want to put any notes you can put here. Okay, and let me tell you a little more. So guys, resource manager logs allow organization to put a structure in place that prevents the accidental deletion of resources in Azure. So this is very simple. The advantage of Azure Resource Manager log is to protect your data or resources basically, uh, by from being deleted accidentally. Okay, or it prevents the accidental deletion of the resource in Azure basically. And you can apply it in two way, one is read only and the second one is delete. And let me give you little quick about little more thing about it. So guys, you can associate the log with subscription first thing, resource group or resources. And when I was preparing myself for AZ 900, I gone through lots of dumps and practice tests. There I was facing one question. They were giving me location also here. Okay, select yes or no, whether you can apply log to subscription, resource group, and location as well as resources. So it doesn't apply to location. It applies to subscription, resource group, or resource. You should make a note. And logs are inherited by child resource, and this was also a I mean yes or no. So it had four objective yes no. Okay, so make a note guys, it doesn't apply to location, and it is inherited by child resource. Two things you should make a note. I am just giving my knowledge, skills, and experience. It is up to you what you want to do. Now I will tell you about types of log. So there are two type of logs basically. One is read only. So if you apply this read only, which prevents any changes to the resource, this is what you have to select from here, either read only or delete. So if you are selecting read only logs, so it will prevent any change to a resource. Okay, and the next one is delete logs. So if you apply this, which prevents deletion, nobody can delete that data, I mean that resource, and before removing or making any change or deleting that particular resource, they will have to remove this log, then only they can perform the activity whatever they want, and it should be done by authorized person only. So guys, this is what I brought in this video for you. I thought to discuss. I am giving my heart and soul for you guys, and rest of is up to you how you are taking it. Because when I see, if I upload this video and I see 25 people has watched it, okay, or it was seen by 25 guys, and the average view I can see is 1 minute only. So I don't think in 1 minute someone can capture this much information and understand. But I am very surprised how people are going through it, and I can see like 1 minute is average by 25 people. So I'm not sure how you people are preparing and making notes and all. So I'm just asking you, if you want more, just guys comment, like, share, and subscribe. And in next video we are going to learn about reorganize Azure resources and remove resources and resource group. So for this you need to be with channel. I will meet you in next video. Till then, bye bye.